Hello babes, welcome back to another video. I have been wanting to make this video for the last 2 years. It started off as kind of just feeling embarrassed about the situation, and the fact that it kind of just slowly turned into this extremely negative experience for me has just kind of made me continue to put this video off. I just kind of want to jump right into it. So as you guys can see, this is going to be my Kybella experience. I wanted to look up the exact definition of Kybella. So this is from the Kybella website, and it says Kybella is a prescription medicine used in adults to improve the appearance and profile of moderate to severe fat below the chin, which is called submental fat, also called double chin. Kybella is a medicine that is injected primarily in the chin. I have seen that people have gotten Kybella injected in the stomach. I think that's a thing. So I just wanted to get that out of the way because I know everyone that is going to watch this video is not really sure exactly what it is. Obviously in today's age, as a woman, it is difficult to not have 10 to 12 large insecurities about yourself, but my biggest one has always been my double chin. Even at my lowest weight of like 130 pounds, I still had something there. Like I still always had a double chin. Also want to preface this by saying, and this is another reason, like there's been tons of reasons why I just have not wanted to put this video out, but another big reason is just because I don't want to take away from anyone who naturally looks like this and naturally has a double chin. Like truly, like I said, it'll all come full circle at the end of the video. Okay, so I'm just gonna get into like the story of how I even came across my injector and everything. So I went to Lemon Avenue in Dallas. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, 10 out of 10 recommend them. I went to Gym Pilot. The negative thoughts that I have on this procedure are just kind of about the procedure with me myself. It has nothing to do with Jan and the work that she did. She did her job. She did an amazing job. I myself just did not prepare myself for the entirety of the procedure, if that makes sense. Red flag number one was the fact that I decided to just impulsively do this. Called the office, it was a Wednesday, and it just so happened that she had a cancellation for the next day at 9 o'clock. I literally had work at like 12 o'clock, and I was like, okay, this must be a sign. So I go, I sit down, I tell her, you know, I just want to get Kybella and whatever else she recommended, because I knew that I was not going to be cheap with my face. So whatever Jen, as the professional, recommended, you know, for me, I was just gonna do it because I just didn't want to be cheap with my face. And if I was gonna do this, I was gonna do it all or nothing. So she rattled off everything that she would recommend. Honestly, cannot tell you what it was. Another red flag, because you really should be taking these things down and taking them into consideration. And then she asked me when I would want to be healed by if I were to get the procedure. And at this point, it was like March, like the second week of March, I want to say, and my birthday was in May. My birthday is May 5th. So I told her, honestly, if I got it done, I will want to be healed by May, by my birthday. And she said, well, if I'm being honest with you, if you want to be healed by your birthday, I would recommend getting it today. What started off as just like a little impulsive, like let's just see what this is about, now turned into like a now or never kind of thing. I just decided, you know what, let's just do it. So she calculated everything, how much everything was going to be, and it ended up being $3,500. First thing that I want to say about my experience the first time, it was almost like, I feel like the pain was like a 3 out of 10. Jen was like, you are like the calmest patient I've ever had while this is getting done. Mind you, there are needles being put down my neck, on the sides, and I got chin filler. And I don't know if I was just like an ultimate calm that day, but it just didn't really hurt to get down and everything. And she tells me that it's going to be swollen for like 3 to 5 days, something like that. Literally about to go get on these people's clock in like 30 minutes. I literally left my appointment and went straight to work. Thank God we were wearing masks at this time, so I just used my mask to cover up the swelling. The swelling was something that I was not prepared for. I only watched one video on it because I didn't want to be discouraged or anything, and it's just different seeing the swelling on someone else and through a camera versus on yourself. Like when you get Kybella done, it is literally enhancing the very thing that you are trying to get rid of times 5,000. I was not prepared for the swelling at all. That entire shift, like my chin was like down to here. It looked like I had swallowed 2 big ass grapefruits. So like I said, luckily we were wearing masks at this time, so I was just able to like go to work and go about my normal life just wearing a mask. But you definitely don't want to get this done if you don't have at least 3 to 4 days to just not do anything. And I just remember like my whole entire like chin and neck area being super duper tender, like to the touch. This was a picture that I took right after the procedure. I don't know if you guys can really tell. So this was like 10 minutes before I got the procedure done. I just wanted to take a picture for my own reference, but as you guys can see, like my chin was not bad. It definitely was not 3 rounds bad, but this video, and I swore to myself that I would never show anyone in my entire life this video. This was the day after. This was the day after I got it done. This picture kind of shows you how round my face ended up getting. I ended up being fully healed by my birthday, and this was like red flag number 2 for me on my birthday. So this is what I look like fully healed after the first round, which as you can see, like my face is snatched. So I'll put a card for my birthday video at that time so y'all can really see like in real time how my chin was at that point. Also, I have this thing which is just a part of my eating disorder and just working through my body dysmorphia and things. I feel like most women do this though. Around my birthday, I go into beast mode, trying to be the skinniest weight that I can. It's so toxic, and I'm really trying to work on that. Like this year, my birthday is in less than 2 months, and I'm really just trying to take it easy on myself and get out of the habit of that. But literally, like I had went into beast mode. I was probably the skinniest I had been in years that birthday, on top of how slim my face already was from the Kybella. And I remember in person thinking, okay, you look good, but I remember literally tearing up on Rodeo Drive because Brayden was taking my pictures and I just wanted to cry. It was like I didn't recognize myself on camera. Like my face just looked extremely skinny, and I remember just tearing up. And if you go to my Instagram, the pictures that I posted from Rodeo Drive from that birthday, I literally, I didn't even post my outfit from that birthday. Like I took pictures in my birthday outfit and everything. I never posted them. And the pictures that I did post from Rodeo Drive, like I cut my face out of the first one because I was just having such bad body dysmorphia. I truly felt like it made me, and even to this day, still makes me hyperfixate on this area. So the entire trip, I was just like literally like picking myself apart in the mirror, constantly looking at my chin like, oh my God, like did I make a mistake, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up getting 2 rounds of Kybella. So when I came back from my trip from LA, I went and got my 2nd round. Truthfully, when I went to get my 2nd round, I didn't really feel like I needed it, even though Jen did tell me that she recommended 3 rounds. I just felt like I barely even needed the 2nd one because I was, like I said, I was super skinny, and I actually liked the way that my face had healed. But like I said, I wasn't gonna be cheap with my face, so I just went and got the 2nd round. So this was the day of my 2nd round. Like this was literally immediately after. So this one I would say was me completely healed after the 2nd round. So I get done with my 2nd session. This session, I don't know why, but the pain was excruciating. Like the first time, the pain was maybe a 3 out of 10. This time, I don't know if like the areas were still kind of tender and sensitive from the first round that I got, but this pain was like an 8 out of 10. Like I felt like I felt every single needle going into my skin this time. So that sucked. And then when I went to go pay, I was expecting, you know, maybe $900, $1,000. No, it was like another $2,500. I was not expecting to pay that. And again, this has nothing to do with Lemon Avenue, nothing to do with Jen, because as the paying customer, you need to be comfortable and be asking the questions that you need to ask because you're the one that's gonna pay for it. I didn't do care credit or anything, just kind of took it as an L. In total, I paid $5,000 plus for the Kybella and the chin filler. Yeah, I just paid it because at the end of the day, I mean, what am I gonna do? Wash dishes? Like, bitch, pay them people. I remember having so much anxiety that summer, just trying to hurry up and pay the bill down, and it was just instant buyer's remorse because I was just like, you really didn't even need this. And now not only are you still insecure about that area, now you can't stop looking at that area. Like, it just, I remember just feeling so upset with myself. So fast forward to last year, when I moved into my apartment. Last year I gained a good like 10 or 15 pounds. I wasn't working out, I wasn't taking care of myself, and I slowly started to see my chin coming back. And this was like the final straw for me. I was like, that was the biggest mistake of my life. Now remember, my chin has always been a huge problem for me. It's always been my biggest insecurity. So one, all getting Kybella did was make me hyper fixate on it. Like every morning, even after I got the Kybella, like right after I got the Kybella, I would wake up every morning, make sure that my chin wasn't growing back. Like, it became an addiction, honestly. So when I started to gain weight, I started to see the fat coming back, and I was under the impression that the fat could not grow back once it was eliminated with the Kybella. I remember Jen telling me that she did recommend 3 rounds, and I just felt like at that point, like, I didn't need the 3rd round, so I didn't get it. So I don't know if the fat started to grow back under my chin because I didn't get the 3rd round, or because I was just mistaken that Kybella is not permanent. Still to this day, I really don't know. I just should have never done it impulsively. So yeah, y'all, that's my little Kybella spiel. I hope that this doesn't come across as like me trying to discourage anyone. At the end of the day, we all have different journeys. I believe that you should love what you do and do what you love. I'm just a bitch on YouTube. I just wish that I would have seen a video like this. It, one, may have discouraged me at least for a little bit, but also just kind of prepared me for what was to come, which was months, years at this point, of very crippling body dysmorphia. And I'm not gonna solely put my body dysmorphia on Kybella, because it's also the usage of filters. It's also the overexposure to, you know, some of the world's prettiest bitches on TikTok. Like, it's not all from the Kybella, but it started there. I've always been super insecure about my double chin, but I've never really hyper fixated on it, and I feel like it just got worse. I wish what I would have done instead of getting Kybella is just sat with myself and learned to love the things about me that make me different, at least for a little while longer. I just don't think that at 21 years old it was the right decision for me. I think all the time about the shit that I could have done with the amount of money that I paid, to still, you know, 2 years later, still be unsatisfied and still, you know, struggle with this thing. Like I said, just a bitch on YouTube giving her perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyways, remember that anything that is for you will never pass you by, and the best is always yet to come. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.